You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Kane. Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's WWE SmackDown After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's WWE SmackDown After Show.
With over 27 million downloads per week on iTunes, this is the place to be for all your post-show recaps. It is AfterBuzz TV, and we're here doing Friday Night SmackDown, hailing from Charlotte, North Carolina. Welcome, everybody. I am Christian Rosenberg, holding it down, but I got my tag team partner over here, Mr. Rome Moore. How are you, sir?
Yes, I am good. Tonight I'm back.
You were back. You were gone last week.
I was gone, yep.
This week, Corey's gone.
Yeah. One day we're going to get the trio back together.
One day, all of us.
The band will be back together.
Does that mean next week I'm gone? Is this foreshadowing of what's happening next week?
I hope not.
Okay.
I hope not. We got to have because without the shirt, I don't know.
Without the shirt, what will my rosebuds do?
They'll be lost. They'll wither.
They will wither. No one will be watering them.
Yeah, you got to take care of the garden.
I do.
Yeah, I have an army to lead, but you got to take care of the garden.
All right.
Water them.
I will water them. I water them right after we chat about tonight's SmackDown, which kicked off actually with an interesting little video vignette of the recent attacks that the Wyatts have done over the last few weeks, mainly attacking CM Punk and Daniel Bryan, which then leads to the beginning of SmackDown, where Mr. Cult of Personality himself, the music you were just hearing, CM Punk comes out, and he was talking about how the phrase best in the world seems to mean different things to different people. And for whatever reason, he feels that the best in the world to the Wyatt family means to do a 3-on-1 attack and hit him from behind and leave him laying.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know why they attacked him, but
they want him to follow the buzzards.
Well, he just doesn't care why, because he's CM freaking Punk.
He is CM Punk.
And he goes, and I love this line, even when I'm outnumbered, I'm never outdone.
You know, he
you had to pause for that one.
Yeah, he's not, I mean, he's a professional wrestler. He's obviously not going to be the most grammatically correct guy.
Oh no, I'm not making fun of the line. I am.
No.
I actually like the line.
Yeah, it's a good line. I like it. I just had to have some fun with it for a second.
All right. Punk, if you're watching, I was not making fun of your grammar. I was actually enjoying it. This guy, on the other hand.
Hi, Phil.
All right. Glad that just happened. So he calls out the Wyatts. He's ready to fight the Wyatt family. So which one's going to come out? Is it going to be Bray? Is it going to be Luke Harper? Is it going to be Eric Rowan? Is Randy Orton coming out? Instead, is Triple H going to say, is Vicky Guerrero going to come out?
Who is it?
Is Paul Heyman back from the surgery in Europe?
Hope not.
No, it is our Intercontinental Champion, Curtis Axel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Surprisingly, I liked what he did tonight.
I enjoyed, and for you saying that takes a lot.
Yeah, it's surprising.
You never enjoy it.
No, I don't, but I enjoyed it tonight.
I just realized I still have my glasses
on.
You
still have the glasses. That's
I
cool.
didn't realize
it's
that.
Swag. It's part of your swag.
Yeah, you know what, swag. You know what, screw it. I'm going to leave them on the whole show.
Keep them on. You got that shirt on.
We're in Studio C tonight, so it's a little brighter.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
So, you know, gotta make sure I read.
This is a nice studio, though.
It's a nice one, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's our Sports Center studio.
Yes.
Gotta love it. So Axel comes out with mic in hand.
Booyah.
He does not say booyah. Stuart Scott says booyah from the Sports Center.
You said Sports Center.
Yes.
But back to Axel.
Oh, thank you. And, you know, Axel's, you know, you and I, we got some unfinished business because my mentor, my father figure, Paul Heyman, is seeing specialists in Europe right now because of you. And, you know, it's like, you know, I'm here to take matters in my own hands. I'm here to beat up CM Punk.
in a weird way, seeing him without Heyman helped. As weird as that sounds,
he was there on behalf of Heyman.
Yeah, he was there on behalf of Heyman, but Heyman wasn't his mouthpiece. He wasn't standing there with the suit on, looking like Smithers.
Yep.
He actually looked like, okay, I'm here. I'm Curtis Axel, and I'm here to fight.
Yeah, he came out there ready to fight. Was aggressive, talked clearly, promo short, sweet, delivered it well, and we got an impromptu match to start off the night: CM Punk versus Curtis Axel.
Yep, treat.
It is a treat. However, not for the Intercontinental Championship.
No.
The Intercontinental title was last defended in 2008.
Yeah. At
this point,
I thought it was 2006. It was 2008.
2008 at a house show.
At a house show. Yeah. That sounds about right. The last time it was actually defended. Yeah.
I mean, and it's weird, and you're trying to think. I don't want to say like who's to blame for it, because I don't want to use the word blame.
Yeah.
But we were supposed to have it defended at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, where then Axel was supposedly injured. There are all the reports saying he blew out both hips.
Yeah.
Then there was reports saying he had a hip flexor.
Yeah.
Then he went on Twitter saying, "I'm not hurt. Ignore the rumors."
Completely confused at this point.
Which then at that point, if he was ever hurt, then why was he cut from the pay-per-view?
Don't know. I really wanted to see that match with Big E and Curtis, but didn't happen. Don't know exactly why, because of the cryptic form of all these texts. Tweets coming out. We don't know who's hurt, if he was hurt, what happened. Don't know.
Yeah, and then
Conspiracy.
I don't know. I have not gotten a chance to see main event this week, but it was advertised that he was supposed to at least wrestle Big E, but in main event fashion, a lot of times on Raw, if they announce a match on main event, they might scratch it at the last minute. Mm-hmm. So I think they might have scratched it, but I could be wrong. I haven't seen it yet. But needless to say,
maybe the title's cursed.
Needless to say, who is Axel feuding with for the title? He lost to Ziggler on Raw. Well, then give maybe Ziggler. I mean,
they could, but that's another guy that they seem to have in limbo. Maybe Ziggler is somewhere with the real IC belt, and we just don't know it. Considering that they just don't
allow him to bring it out to ring.
Yeah, because
where was Ziggler tonight? There was no Ziggler.
No Ziggler. I don't know what they're doing with him. Don't really see what they're doing with the IC belt. But hey, I'm used to it now.
Yeah. Well, we actually had a nice homage to what is my all-time favorite match, period, which was Bret Hart, Mr. Perfect, SummerSlam 91. Yes. It's my all-time favorite match because early on in the match, we had Punk kicking the back of Axel's leg, and Axel, while trying to walk across the ropes, just backflipping and landing on his head, which was how the ending of that SummerSlam 91 match got set up.
He even did some of those flips even better than his father. A couple of them, he got full rotation.
You've said in the less than 5 minutes that you enjoyed Axel's promo, and he did something better than his father. How do you feel inside right now?
Really weird. Really, it doesn't feel comfortable. But hey, it's true.
It is.
It was. It's nostalgia for me to be able to see Mr. Perfect's sell off of that kick in that match in that way.
Right.
Considering who it was, who was doing it, it still worked. And he needed to come out and show people like me. Because I'm not the only detractor from Curtis Axel.
I've been a believer since day one that he has the potential.
And what do they say about potential?
What do they say?
It's just potential.
All right. Rome, I think you have a lot of potential as an AfterBuzz host, all right?
I think I'm kind of kinetic. Science.
Real great heel move by Axel. Also early on in this match, they're fighting out of the ring. Punk throws him back in, but he throws him in right by the corner. And as Axel rolls in, he rolls back out around the other end.
Casually rolls out
to then get on his feet and then grab him, slam him to the barricade.
Nice cut off.
Yeah,
nice cut off.
Definitely to take control at that point. Punk fights back, going up top for that Macho Man elbow drop, and all of a sudden. Or whatever all the Wyatt
that
stuff.
Your Wyatt thing?
The Wyatt effect.
That was it.
You can't make the sound, so the closest thing I could do is the Wayne's World.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's it. The people know what's going on.
Yeah, you guys get it. Rosebuds understand it. Well,
that's the Punk one.
That's the Punk one. That's the Ryback one.
That's Ryback.
That's the Wyatt one. There we go.
Yeah, there it is.
Just testing you.
All right. Testing to make sure we knew whose theme was what. Love it.
They don't know anything about wrestling.
So, but it was just like that brief second, and then lights came back on. Punk is standing looking at the ramp. Where are the Wyatts? There's nowhere to be seen. All of a sudden, Axel coming from behind hits the perfect plex. I was in the screen room screaming, they're going to let Axel beat Punk. But then he kicked out. And I thought like that would have been a great way for Axel to get over. Needless to say, Punk then counter, hit the GTS, got the win, and then Wyatt appears on the Titantron.
Yes. Perfect shot.
Perfect shot with the lighting on Punk.
Yeah, whoever was the producer for that segment, that was great. The way they dropped the lighting, and it's just that dim light on Punk.
Yeah.
With Bray staring back at him. Perfect.
Yeah.
I liked it.
And then an interesting thing, Wyatt, Bray Wyatt, the Bryant. He didn't say anything this time. He just laughed, stared, and then blew out the lantern.
Yeah.
And it's just like, again, what is this leading to? But later in the night, we have Daniel Bryan versus Luke Harper. So, like, maybe more will be answered later on, which we find out does, which we'll get to.
We will find out.
But from that, we go to six-man tag action. And when I say six-man tag, if it's not the Wyatts, you immediately think of
3MB.
I was going to say Shield, but all right, 3MB. Yeah, it is 3MB.
I see them all the time.
It is 3MB. And they're taking on the team of the Usos and the hometown boy, R-Truth, who apparently was getting such a loud pop that he needed earpieces to hear his music to rap to.
You had to bring that up again, didn't you?
Yes, I did, because that was bizarre.
I've seen a lot of singers use those things.
Yeah, in like big concerts.
Yeah, Mariah Carey, big concert, huge auditorium. Yeah, this guy's at a wrestling show at a regular arena as a wrestler, and he's rapping. And so I've never seen a rapper use one of those.
I don't mean any disrespect to R-Truth in this, but they're not as loud as Yes Chance.
No.
They're not as loud as Pops for Cena or Punk.
No, I don't think so.
Does he need earpieces?
Are you saying that the fans don't get into the lyrical stylings of R-Truth as he's coming to the ring screaming what's up?
Being that it's the same lyrics for the last 9 years, probably not.
What's up?
And like 4 people say, what's up?
Yeah. But he needed the earpieces.
He needed the earpiece, apparently. Yeah. But he looked great in this match. Before he got in, there was a nasty bump that 3MB gave Jimmy Uso.
Yeah.
It was like a double backdrop with a neck breaker, almost like the Dudley Boys used to do this move, but then they just kind of did it with 3 people instead of 2. But he kind of fell awkwardly because as soon as he fell, he slapped the mat in either pain or anger.
Yeah, and grabbed his left ribs.
Yeah, he was holding himself. Yeah. And they kind of kept Slater kind of kept it down there for a little while before just locking in the chin lock.
Maybe he just knocked the wind out.
Maybe.
If he lost his wind, that's cool. Hey, let's grab a hole, talk for a second. As soon as you feel good, let's go work. And obviously, he felt great because after that.
Because he still flew afterwards, so he was able to get through it. And like I said, the hot tag to R-Truth, who was cleaning house, he hit his like suplex into stunner move. He doesn't have a name for it. Why is that? Yeah, why is that not his finisher?
I have no idea.
That move looks very good.
Yeah, that's easily his finisher.
But no,
don't want it to be his finisher.
Don't want it to be his finisher. And then he eventually hits the lie detector on Jinder. So unfortunately, Jinder was hindered this evening. And sadly. And it looked good because he got it while like running.
Yeah.
So it actually
looked
nice.
R-Truth really couldn't even get his body in position really well.
He just kind of jumped up there, but it still looked good.
Yeah, looked great.
Usos and R-Truth with the win. Shocking win over 3MB. I really thought they were going to emerge this week.
Are you saying that you thought the talents, the offensive wrestling talents of 3MB would overcome the Usos and R-Truth?
I thought they would finally study the game tape.
Yeah, they've had a lot of.
They got a lot of game
time
tape to study.
Yeah, considering that we've seen the match a few times.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
The 3MB.
3MB. One day a victory will be yours.
All right. Divas action.
Yes.
That woke you up. AJ, our Divas champion, with Tamina Snuka, taking on the Funkadactyls, Naomi and Cameron. And we get one of those 15-second. Wow, that was like a mashup there.
Nice.
Look at that.
DJ in the booth.
DJ Phil Svitek into his house. And it was like one of those little 15-second like split screen things with AJ plugging Total Divas.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Total Divas premieres this Sunday. What's going to happen? Da, 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 da. And pretty much ending was like, but in the end, I'm the only diva that matters.
Yeah.
Nice. Perfect. All that was needed.
Where's Tons of Funk?
Tons of Funk is sorting out the Funkadactyls pom-poms right now.
Yeah, like where are the Funkadactyls are way bigger than Tons of Funk.
Well, and now Total Divas is coming back.
That's a bad joke, Rome.
It
was. But continue it. Your bad joke.
I wasn't even telling this joke.
You said they were way bigger.
I didn't even realize that that's what I was saying. Wasn't even going for a joke there.
How dare you insult Brodus and Tensai like that?
Well,
what did Sweet Tea do to you?
The fact that his name is Sweet Tea.
All right.
That's the problem.
Naomi and Cameron had a few double team moves in this match.
Yeah, Cameron looked good actually.
Cameron actually
she wrestled well as well.
Yeah,
but.
yeah. Well, yeah. For Cameron, she actually overall was pretty good tonight. They had this little like dance thing where they did the splits and kind of like pull the rope down so Tamina flew over when she charged at him. And Cameron was in there most of the match. Naomi had some few very agile maneuvers around the ropes.
Yeah.
But it was mostly Cameron and Tamina just beating the crap out of them.
Yeah. I don't see a problem with that.
I don't either, but with Tamina Diesel Snuka, because
is that her whole name now?
No, it's her whole name. Actually, someone tweeted me during the show. I'm sorry, I forgot your Twitter handle. My phone's in my pocket, and I don't want to be one of those guys who's like, oh, searching through my phone. He said that Tamina was really gnashing it up during this match.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Which I loved.
I was searching through my phone. I'm sorry.
That's all right. You can do that.
Okay. Cool.
Because you're not as professional as I am.
Nope.
Nope, not at all. That's why I'm all dressed up.
Yep,
you're in 2009 Laker gear.
Professional shirt.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're trying to talk about my shirt.
I am.
We won. How'd your team do tonight? Let's move on with more wrestling talk.
Orlando Magic. Come on, guys. Anyway, this
championship shirt. You have one of these? No.
We got a few division title ones from like 20 years ago. And Tamina, we're talking about she's more and more like Diesel every week. She started bringing out the big boot the last few weeks. And tonight we have the power bomb.
Yeah.
She power bombed Cameron.
She did the power bomb.
She is completely Diesel.
Yeah.
She is listening. She realizes, okay, I'm Diesel. I'm gonna Diesel it up.
They just need to play the Diesel music when she comes out with the big horn. Just just start it from there and just do it.
Now, interesting spot. After she hit the power bomb, Tamina goes for the cover, which is broken up by Naomi, and Naomi hit her hard.
Yeah,
I don't know if she just
like a receipt.
It was either a receipt or she happened to just like slip while going for it because Tamina.
That wasn't no slip. That wasn't a slip.
I'm trying to play devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
Because Tamina kind of, I think in the cover, then she kind of like bumped heads or something with Cameron because all of a sudden, Tamina's mouth is busted bad.
Bleeding. I noticed it, and then
you don't get much blood in Divas matches.
Yeah, no. Usually you try to stay away from color in those matches.
Yeah.
But this one had a little bit. And it definitely seemed like Naomi rammed her. And after that, something hit something. Don't know what, but yeah.
Yeah. And
Lady Mouth.
And that just, it almost like acted like it was part of the match because then Tamina got angry and just wiped out both of them. And Naomi out of the ring. And eventually she just tags AJ, who kind of waltzes in, locks in a Black Widow on Cameron, who
with
taps
a
out.
Smile on her face.
So mind you, Tamina just beat the crap out of 2 divas while on Raw got rolled up by Eva Marie.
I still haven't seen that.
You don't want to.
And I'm scared to watch.
You don't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep hearing bad things.
She entered the ring with a smile on her face.
Smile.
With Tamina in the ring with her.
One day I'll look.
Okay.
One day I will.
But yeah, AJ locks the Black Widow on Cameron. Cameron spanks her ass to tap out.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's where she can reach.
Yeah.
And they showed a nice replay of that too.
Yeah. Cameraman was in perfect position.
Yeah.
Yep, to see the submission.
To the cameraman. Good work. All right.
That's for you.
Cora's not here to interrupt our
No,
our
we can
toast
actually do
moments
cool
here.
stuff like that.
And there was no Cesaro tonight, so she would have nothing to talk about.
She would find something to hate on about the Divas. I know. There would be something. I don't know what exactly, but she'd find something to say something was wrong with someone.
I don't know, but we love the Divas, and we also
Absolutely.
love it when people go onto iTunes.
Yes.
You like that?
Okay.
iTunes
8.5.
8.5. I'll take it. To rate and subscribe and give us 5 stars on iTunes, as well as leave comments, and please tell your friends about the wonderful world of AfterBuzz, where we do AfterBuzz for SmackDown, Raw, Main Event, NXT, Total Divas, which begins next week, and any other TV show that you watch. More than likely, AfterBuzz does it.
Yep.
And you could always also leave comments on AfterBuzzTV.com or on our YouTube page. And when it's on the YouTube page, we respond back because we can, and we love hearing from you guys. I respond back. Don't say that.
No, I was saying you respond.
Well, you should respond. Corey does too.
Sometimes.
Someone at this table, not in a beautiful rose shirt, appears to be too big to respond to comments.
No, I respond to comments on Twitter.
Oh, but not on YouTube.
I don't give out my YouTube handle, do I?
No, why? You got a secret private YouTube handle?
Yeah, everything's private. No, I'm just playing.
All right. Got it. Alberto Del Rio makes his way to the ring, waving that Mexican flag proudly. And he mentions that he's more than a world-class athlete. He is a Mexican world-class athlete.
Yeah, it's like 4 of them.
I don't enjoy that line as much as I enjoyed CM Punk's from earlier in the night.
I mean, if you're going to rate the lines, it was okay.
All right.
The other, Mexican superstar athletes are boxers.
Yes.
Most of the time.
Yes.
He tried MMA. Didn't go too well.
No.
At all.
No, it did not. So because he's a Mexican world-class athlete, that makes him better than all the gringos in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Gringos?
All the gringos. Now claiming the title was stolen from him from John Cena. It took him 2 weeks to admit the title was stolen from him. And now saying he had a fever, he had a hurt knee, neck, elbow, but he begged the doctors to let him compete.
That's what he said. And now Super Cena, who obviously was just coming back from a torn injury.
Tricep.
Yeah, torn tricep. He wasn't making excuses, obviously. But, he's Super Cena.
He is Super Cena. Speaking of which, out he comes with a brand new T-shirt.
Yep.
We actually like this one.
I like this one.
I
don't like the back so much, but I like the front.
It was simple. It was saying "even stronger"
yeah.
with the logo, and then on the back of it, with the "you can't see me," it was saying "you can't stop me."
Yeah. You can't, and you can't.
You can't.
Stop him.
Who can stop him right now?
Or his 5 moves of doom, which we'll talk about later.
Yeah, a little tonight. Did the lights change in here when you hit Cena's music?
Yeah, everything changes when you talk about Cena.
Everything got green.
I'm surprised a picture of him didn't pop up behind us.
Oh, here he comes, running down the studio.
Runs through. Got to salute.
Now, Cena goes into jokey Cena promo here, which wasn't very good.
Nah.
He's like, "Oh, I feel so bad for the ring. We should, hey, Cole, let's order him like one of those edible arrangements, or let's get him one of those get well cards.
Yeah.
And the ones that like when you open them up, they play music. It's just like whatever.
Goofy Cena is like he's so different from serious Cena.
And he lost. And the last 2 weeks, he's had kind of like the hip hop accent again, and tonight there was none of it.
I haven't seen him.
Pick a accent, Cena.
He'll get around to it.
All right,
one day.
Yeah, he's only been around for like 11 years.
I mean, he's only from your hometown. Well, right outside.
Down the street from where I grew up.
See.
From Long Meadow, Massachusetts. He hails from West Newbury. Not too far away. Not far. He played at Springfield College. I went to basketball camp there when I was young.
Basketball camp.
Yeah.
Could you dunk?
Oh, clearly. Look at me. Wonderful. Of course I could dunk. I knew it. Oddly enough, I actually won the free throw contest there in camp.
Oh, well, you could beat Dwight Howard.
Well, anyone can beat him at free throws. Anywho, we like sports.
Yes. That's why we talk.
Eventually, Cena's telling him, because Del Rio's been mentioning he has this rematch clause, blah, 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 and, I should use that. And Cena's like, why don't you use it tonight here in Charlotte? And Del Rio's kind of like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it tonight. And out comes Miss Vicky Guerrero.
Excuse me.
Saying that match will not happen tonight. It will happen at Survivor Series because that's what's best for business. I'm sorry. I think what's best for business is to involve Damien Sandow in that too, because the last 3 weeks, the only thing that's been with Cena has been Sandow.
Yeah.
And he was on SmackDown either, come to think of it.
Yeah, no Sandow.
So it's just like, okay, well, we got Cena and Del Rio again. Please at least add Sandow in there for a triple threat match. And Vicky says, well, instead, both of you will still be competing tonight. Cena, you're going to go one-on-one with the monster Ryback because we have not seen that.
Yeah, I haven't.
I mean, when was the last time we could have seen Cena versus Ryback?
I haven't seen that since 2005. Yeah, it's been some time since I've seen that match. I was just itching to see that again.
Yeah, I mean, so many years in the making for that one.
Yeah.
And but I forgot that Cena said that Cena insulted Vicky for making that match wait for the pay-per-view, and Del Rio agreed with Cena.
I agree with him. Yeah, he came straight out, agrees with him, says normally I don't do. What did he call him, a Juanito?
I agree with Juanito over here, or whatever.
Yeah, and I agree with him.
Yeah, that was kind of odd. I was like, what?
I don't know if they were testing to see if the crowd would react or if they were just trying to make Vicky that much of a hated character.
Maybe.
Possibly.
But so.
It's always fun to bag on Vicky.
It is. So Cena's facing Ryback later tonight, but Alberto, you're wrestling right now against this monster. And you and I at the same time were Big E.
Come on.
That's the monster.
Come out.
We're going to have a huge, great match.
The chalk.
Can't wait.
Let's do it.
Del Rio, Big E, that should be fun.
I'm down.
Maybe even Big Show because he got his job back.
That works
That's
too.
That's another giant.
I'm
He's
excited.
A literal giant.
I'm excited.
Come on. How about Titus O'Neil? He's a big guy.
We can work with him.
We can work with Titus O'Neil.
I like that too.
Sheamus should be coming back soon from injury. He's a big dude.
Yes, come on, little fella. Come on.
So many big guys.
Yes.
She could have even made it a joke and had it be Santino.
I would have
been entertaining.
I would have been entertained. It
would have been entertaining. But wait, whose music is that? It's the great Khali. Del Rio looks scared. Cena is excited. When was the last time Khali won a significant singles match?
At that moment, I wanted to reach for Xanax or something.
There is not, even all the children, there was not a single person in that arena that believed Khali would win that match.
That killed it.
My God.
We were up here, and then we were dropped. We were just not even gently.
No, we were like, what we got? Let's do it. Oh, my God.
Yeah. I just knew if Cena's getting Ryback, then we're getting something good. No, we're not. I get to watch a man who – that was a tweet that came in.
What was the tweet?
That said that even trees look at Khali and say, man, I fall more than this guy does.
Whoever tweeted that, bravo. Bravo, whoever tweeted that one.
But it was great.
I
think that was Marcus.
Marcus?
Yeah.
Marcus sends some great tweets.
Yeah.
So one thing I like, though, that I did actually like about this match, because everyone that ever wrestles Great Khali attacks the knee, takes him out, attacks the knee. Del Rio did not do that. Del Rio just focused on the arm for the cross arm breaker.
The entire time.
Which was different, because it was kind of curious to see how Khali would work while like the arm's being targeted instead of the knee. I don't think he did that bad tonight. I thought the two of them actually had a decent match.
Yeah. It told a story. It did what it was supposed to do. He stayed on the arm, which was different.
Lifted him up with one arm over the top rope and dropping him looked good by Khali.
That was really impressive.
But then we had the finish.
Yeah, you talk about that.
I'm going to talk about this. So, Del Rio locks the cross arm breaker in on Great Khali. He's struggling. We know he's about to tap out. One thing some people might, for some reason, forget about Great Khali is the fact that he's like 7'4".
Yeah. He's
or 7.
giant.
I mean, he's over 7 feet tall.
Yeah, easily.
He can reach the ropes with ease. And he might not be aware of that.
It's only a 20 by 20 ring.
So unless he's like completely in the center of the ring,
the center.
Which he wasn't, he's probably going to reach the ropes.
He can reach it.
So Khali is struggling with the cross arm breaker, getting ready to tap out. Meanwhile, his feet are heading more and more under the ropes.
Practically under and out of the ring. His feet were at the concession stand, practically. and
the referee, I mean, obviously we don't hear the referee, but I swear he's trying to tell Khali, move your feet, because I would have to break the hold if they get under the ropes. Khali's not listening, or he didn't hear him or whatever. Khali's feet are reaching the ropes. The referee grabbed Khali's feet and pulled them away from the rope.
That was egregious.
The referee helped Alberto Del Rio win the match.
Buddy,
John Cone is in collusion with Alberto Del Rio.
Bring your legs in. I'll do it for you. Just bring them this way. You're too long.
We were talking.
Yeah.
I mean,
That happened.
Whatever Armstrong's first name is, I always forget his first name. The referee Armstrong.
Scott?
Is it Scott Armstrong? Thank you. We were talking about all that controversy with him and Daniel Bryan at the Night of Champions pay-per-view. Where's the controversy with John Cone and the Great Khali from this?
This is worse than Nick Patrick.
He screwed Khali.
Yeah.
Khali reached the ropes. He had that match won.
He legitimately reached the ropes.
He was going to win that match.
Yeah.
This was the Charlotte screw job on
the Charlotte screw job.
The Punjabi screw job on the Great Khali tonight.
Just tell him to spot better in the middle of the ring so they don't have to rewrite the script for the entire show.
God. How does that happen? But they act like it never happened, and it happened.
It happened.
It happened.
In front of watch your DVRs. Rewind to them. You'll see
Watch the referee John Cone. We rewound it too, and we were like, did he pull his foot? He pulled his foot.
He pulled his foot around.
Del Rio with the win.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Didn't see that coming.
Did not see that one coming. Daniel Bryan versus Luke Harper. I was excited for this. This is like Ring of Honor in the middle of SmackDown right now.
Yeah. It's a lot of Ring of Honor in the WWE.
There is now.
And there's more coming.
There is. Wait for it. Real fun match here.
Yeah.
Good counters.
It's Daniel Bryan.
It's Daniel Bryan and it's Luke Harper.
Yeah.
And they seem to be liking Luke Harper like we do.
Yeah.
So they seem to be like, oh, we're testing him. They gave him Punk on Raw. Gave him like 15 minutes with him. It was good. Tonight with Daniel Bryan, I think it was about 10 minutes or so minutes. Looked good. Daniel Bryan hitting his signature kicks. Luke Harper catches him from the knees, jumps back up with a huge, like, Batista-like sit-down powerbomb.
That was a nice spot.
Really nice.
He catches him straight up, straight down. And the fact that he held the face through the entire powerbomb, and as he's pinning him, all you see is Daniel Bryan's legs and his face, like, sticking through. Yeah, I like that. Because
really good.
We've seen the sit-down powerbomb I don't know how many times, but the way he did it.
We haven't seen it like that in a while.
Yeah, it's been quite some time.
And we had 2 powerbombs tonight. One from Tamina and one from Harper.
Yep. So one from Diesel, one from kind of
a guy who's as powerful as Diesel.
As powerful as I give him.
Well,
I can't even give him Batista.
JBL.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, he does the lariat, so
clothesline from Hill.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Next.
Well, Daniel Bryan kicks out of it, gets the yes lock locked in, and then Rowan runs in to break it. DQ.
No.
Bray's starting to come in. Bryant, that guy.
Bryant.
He's getting ready to start hitting the ring
Hashtag
for all three of
Bryant.
them to gang up on Daniel Bryan. But out comes CM Punk to make the save.
Save the day.
Like Daniel Bryan saved him on Raw, and Wyatt slowly kind of slithered away.
What was so funny was when Punk slid in. He slid in the ring right next to Bryan. I'm going to call him Bryan.
You just said Bryan.
I'm going to do it's now on purpose.
To Bryan.
To Bryan.
All right.
Hashtag
Bryan.
Nice.
Awkward silence. Great.
Yeah.
As we both took
we gotta rehearse that a little bit better. Yeah.
We both
when
shouldn't
one
sip at the same time.
Yeah. I didn't want to be disrespectful and toast without taking a sip.
Which would be very disrespectful.
That would be disrespectful.
And I would have been shocked and appalled.
Yeah, see, and I can't do that to you.
So Bryant, as you were saying.
But he slides in right next to Bryant. And literally it was one of those moments like, why didn't Punk take a shot at him real quick before he jumped in? But, obviously you have to keep those two separate. And to his credit, Bray, as soon as he saw Punk, slid to the middle, jumped down, and got out of the way.
Right.
So.
But, I mean, my question is.
I was really animated with that. I did a lot
It was
of
a little
hands.
animated. That's fine.
I should come down a little bit.
No, calm down.
A little bit? Yeah,
Calm
just
down.
a little.
Just a scotch. So, what is this leading to? Because Daniel Bryan and Punk versus Harper and Rowan would not make sense for the pay-per-view.
No.
Because you need Bray in that match.
Bray is the leader.
Are you going to do a handicap match? Are you going to – because you can't do a one-on-one because then what's with either Punk or Bryan? One of them's left out.
Somebody's left out.
Are you going to find a third guy to team up with Bryan and Punk and do a six-man tag on Survivor Series? Or are you going to try to add a fourth guy with the Wyatts and – say the Usos with Punk and Bryan?
And I can see them doing something like that.
It's like a traditional Survivor Series match?
Because I like the traditional Survivor Series
match.
That's
what Survivor Series is for.
Yeah.
You need your WWE title in the old days, your WWE title, your Intercontinental title, and like 4 Survivor Series matches.
That's it.
That's
That's what it should be, but we don't know who they would stick with who.
Right.
So, Punk and granted, they've taken big stars before and made them into regular Survivor Series matches. And, we know that. We've seen that before. But who would you put in there? Because there's always those guys where it's like, that doesn't kind of fit.
Well, you could still play the Miz storyline and throw Miz in there.
I heard, by the way, speaking of Miz, I heard he worked heel at a couple of house shows.
Overseas, I heard that too. The rumor is overseas. They're out in Europe right now. That they had Miz work heel, which we were talking about on this show.
We've been saying.
So who knows what the hell's happening to that? Maybe Miz becomes the fourth guy.
It's possible.
We're just speculating.
Yeah, this is just all just shots in the dark.
Right.
Maybe we'll mess around and hit something.
But like with all the Survivor Series matches, you know what they need to bring back for Survivor Series? A Survivor Series match of only tag teams. I want the Primetime Players and the Usos as like a team versus Real Americans and someone, like 2 face teams and single elimination.
Does it have to? No, because then the Matadors will get a match.
Oh, that's right. They'll be in there.
Yeah. Can 3MB give one of the guys a day off and they take the spot?
3MB and the Real Americans, that's a winning combination there.
Yeah, I think that works.
All right.
Yep. Winning.
All right. We'll wait and see with that. WWE shop ad. Who's our QVC sellers this week? It's the Bella Twins.
Bellas.
And pretty
You can look, but you can't touch.
That was really loud. We had to really emphasize the Bellas. So they were not involved in the match tonight. They got their spot to promote WWEshop.com, where if you tonight, apparently you buy one shirt, you get another 50% off. And the whole time they were promoting Daniel Bryan stuff and John Cena stuff.
Yeah. So you buy one $30 John Cena shirt,
you get 2 John Cena shirts for $45.
Yeah. See, still too much. Still too expensive.
Hey, some people like that stuff.
Yeah, some people.
You can buy that new John Cena shirt he wore tonight.
No, I'm not.
No?
I like even.
You said you liked it.
Yeah, I do.
So buy it.
Listen, I don't like You Can't Stop Me on the back.
Mm-hmm.
If that wasn't there, I would consider it.
Mm-hmm.
Even stronger on the front, real good. But the fact that his little hand signal is there, and I may peruse South. I may go down to South Central every now and again. So I don't really.
Oh, dude, you wear that shirt, nobody will mess with you in South Central.
Yeah,
you're part of the C Nation.
Yeah, but he's got his little hand gesture.
What are you doing in South Central?
I know people.
You don't go to South Central.
Yes, I do.
Oh, whatever.
I got cousins in Compton. So.
Okay.
Well, I can't. I don't like to talk about it here.
I don't believe you at all.
You should come with me sometime.
Oh, I'd fit right in.
Oh, perfectly.
I'll make sure I wear my Rosenberg shirt. We get a clip from
Straight to Grape Street.
That's right. We get a clip from the WWE.com exclusive weekly interview between Michael Cole and Triple H, where Triple H is raving about Kane and how Kane is now the director of operations. And we have no idea what that means.
What that even means.
What I want, and now the studio got red.
It's red.
That was great.
Matches your shirt.
It does match my shirt.
Yeah.
I want this
Fire
so
gonna
badly.
jump up. Is fire gonna jump?
Whoa, it got hot in here. I loved this so much on Raw, seeing Kane suddenly come out in the suit and tie.
Yeah.
Kane, when you talk about guys that have evolved their character over the years with the longevity, Kane has to be right up there with one of the best ever with that.
Yeah. Well, he's been there for
15 years.
Yeah.
And he's always kept himself entertaining and relevant throughout it.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden we got this. And being that outside of WWE, Kane's a very political guy, this is kind of like one of the best ways, you know, if this is kind of heading to the final stages of his career, if it is.
Let him be himself.
Let him be himself, be a student tie, play a political guy.
Yeah. Bring that in. They let JBL do his stock stuff.
I want the first thing out of his mouth. I want there to be some interaction backstage. Say it's the primetime players just joking around backstage, and Kane walks by them. And they're stopped him. It's like, Kane, what happened to you? Like, why are you doing this? Blah, blah, blah. I just want him to look at them and be like, call me Glenn. That would put this over so much.
And he's no longer the big red monster.
But no. But he is when he wrestles.
When
Stephanie gives him the mask because she has the mask, remember, as like a trophy.
That's true.
When you have to wrestle, you get the match. You turn into Kane. Outside of it, you're Glenn, the director of operations.
I want to see him.
I want that so bad.
Still be the director of operations, corporate Kane, until he actually gets in the ring with no mask
and just be the monster
and just turn into the monster out of nowhere.
Which I can see them doing.
Yeah,
almost kind of like an American Psycho.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I was trying to tell this wrestler out here like a year or so ago. I'm like, he would be perfect for that type of character, and he said no, that would be dumb. That will never get over. And now that guy doesn't work anywhere. Listen to me.
Yeah. I would say what his name is, but I'll wait.
No. I won't say it on the air. But Kane can make that work in WWE style.
Kane can easily make that work.
Absolutely.
He's done so many things. My favorite Kane, probably Comic Kane, in the Rock promo.
With Rock and Hogan.
Yeah.
Great Comic Kane.
Great.
And it's amazing how Kane can go from someone who has to use a voice box to the director of operations. He's really worked his way up the ladder.
He's worked his way up a lot. The scarring from the fire is cleared
It's all
up.
healed.
Yeah, so he looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah, let him
Good for you, Kane.
Yeah.
Good for you. You were persistent.
He must have gotten through on healthcare.com.
Must have.
.org or whatever. Yeah, he must have got through.
Being political, I wonder how he feels about Obamacare and all that.
We'll find out if we tweet him, I bet.
I'm sure we would. Tweet Kane what he feels about Obamacare. I'm sure you'll get a response. Cena versus Ryback. Ryback, the crowd chants Goldberg all the time at Ryback, which we find annoying. It's like, dude, enough. We get it. He's powerful like Goldberg, but he's not Goldberg. Tonight, Ryback speared and jackhammered Cena.
Yep.
And
that happened.
JBL and Cole were talking about the similarities between Ryback and Goldberg.
I don't know.
Has Goldberg been signed by the WWE?
That is the question. Has he been signed?
It would make sense if he starts to use those moves.
They're starting to tease it.
Because they got no program with him whatsoever now. And by the way, he never whatsoever sold being in a Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah, no. He didn't do exactly.
But they got no program with him now. So they're talking about Goldberg on commentary.
Mm-hmm.
He's using the jackhammer and a spear now,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of an insult to Roman Reigns that he's using the spear now.
That's true.
What are they doing? Are they
I don't know
stirring
if it
the
was,
pot
I don't know.
to try to even tempt Goldberg
Yeah.
for a Mania
Because
appearance?
the WWE will do things like that.
Yeah.
Just to mess with people or put out a feeler or, just to get the attention
Mhm.
of a person. Here's the problem. Ryback's much bigger than Goldberg at Goldberg's present size.
Oh, yeah.
Goldberg's been out of wrestling a while.
A decade.
And a lot of
Or,
people.
yeah, because he...
No, a lot of people would still say that.
Well, no, I want to... Was his last appearance WrestleMania 20, I think, was the last time he wrestled. Or did he wrestle shortly after that?
The infamous Brock Lesnar Goldberg match.
Yeah, I was there.
That was in L.A. That was here.
No, that was Madison Square Garden.
Madison. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was about to say 21 was here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 20.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that was 20. That was an experience in itself, just on how much the crowd hated that match.
Yeah. Because, they knew both guys were.
I mean, that's what I remember most about that night.
Yeah. They knew both guys were leaving, and they let their feelings be known.
Yeah. Oh,
Pretty
especially to Lesnar. They
Yeah.
were pissed at Lesnar.
Yeah. But, if they're teasing something with Goldberg, cool. I don't think he signed yet. But
No,
if
we would have thought we would have heard.
yeah,
about
we
it.
would have heard. And I know
TMZ would have reported that.
Oh, well, if TMZ would have found out. WWE likes to keep those things really hush-hush.
Oh, TMZ's good at finding stuff out though.
Can they find that out?
Huh.
I mean, they stumbled upon the Darren Young announcement.
Yeah, that was a needle in a haystack.
Yeah, that was
type
just
moment there.
whoa. Yeah.
But yeah, so good match between Cena and Ryback. Just we've seen it.
What are you saying? You saw that? You seen that match before?
I was watching a VHS before it came over.
They've been wrestling about that long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A great knee hook clothesline though by Ryback in here. He Cena tried to flip and didn't.
Yeah.
And that made it look more effective.
Didn't make it. It didn't make it all the way,
But it made it look more effective.
even better. Yeah.
And then in the midst of that, we get a now 6th move from John Cena.
His 5 moves of doom.
I like this move. A half Nelson, lift him up into a neck breaker.
I think that's an AfterBuzz news alert on that one.
Is it a breaking news?
I think it should be a
that John
breaking
Cena
news.
has a new move.
His 5 moves of doom have now gone to 6.
AfterBuzz TV exclusive.
We are here live at AfterBuzz Studio C. Breaking news.
This just in. John Cena has added 1 more move to his 5 moves of doom. Josh with more.
Josh is on Raw.
Not Josh.
Josh is on
Christian
Raw.
with
Have
more.
we met? Have we met? That's
No,
the damn
it's
predictions champion.
Yeah,
we need to
sorry.
take his title.
Christian with more.
Yeah, thanks. I know Josh Padgett and I look very much alike.
Wait, he wouldn't wear that shirt.
No, because he could not pull it off.
Yeah, you know what? With him being Flair and you being the Rose, I would love to see that. I would love to see you guys going back and forth.
The Rose versus Flair?
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't have a chance.
You're right, actually, because his Flair is not that good.
It wasn't. It was not.
Anyway.
Tom the Calm had a better promo than Josh Padgett.
And his name is Tom the Calm.
And he's calm.
He's not even.
And he did address Zack Ryder.
I didn't see his, really?
Yes. Oh, go
He
to
dressed as
the
Zack Ryder,
Halloween
really?
edition of Main Event. Watch it.
You're kidding me.
He was Zack Ryder. Scott Narver was Sandow.
Did he do the whole woo thing? Or
I don't think he did, but he actually cut a promo. He has a Money in the Bank now.
I've heard.
He's got the
I've
Money in the
heard.
Bank. He's got to cash
Word
it
made to
in.
me. He
Once
tweeted
he's got to cash it in. Once we find out how the hell he can cash it in.
How did he get it?
The AfterBuzz powers that be granted it as a reward for having a perfect score but still not winning the predictions title.
So I'm guessing that our illustrious executive producer did that.
He was on the board.
He was on the board.
He was on the board that made that decision.
So I'm gonna have to go and play politics now, huh?
You didn't get a perfect score.
I know, but it didn't matter.
Now
Still
you're
have to go play politics.
See, I at least wasn't a sore loser.
I'm not being a sore loser.
Oh, you're complaining that you didn't get a Money in the Bank.
I'm playing the backstage game, baby.
All right, whatever. I'm gonna be thrown onto Velocity, and you're gonna be main eventing.
That's how you got to do it.
To Velocity.
Closed mouths don't get fed. Have fun on Sunday Night Heat.
That's right. All right, so Cena gets the win. hits the AA, and then afterwards Del Rio attacks him, wraps his arm around the ring post, super kicks it, but then Super Cena gets back to his feet and fights Del Rio off, and then they have a stare down to end SmackDown. And they're building up the World Heavyweight title. So, again, SmackDown, overall, very entertaining, but we had no Sandow, no Ziggler, no Orton, no Shield.
We had Punk and Cena.
We did have Punk and Cena.
A lot of people would say that's enough.
No, I mean, it was enough because the show still worked.
If Cesaro was on there, Kaori would have said that was a great show.
Yeah, but there was no Cesaro, so she must have thought it was bad. That's why she wasn't here tonight.
Yeah, she didn't come.
What was your match of the night?
Match of the night? That's a hard one.
I'm going with Punk Axel. I really Axel. I know I've been I have been supporting him, but tonight he exceeded my expectations tonight. I actually was really impressed with Axel. And the brief moment, the brief moment where I thought he was going to win. I like that sudden.
I'm looking
suspense.
through the matches right now, and I guess it's happening.
What about Khali?
Listen.
What about Khali? Come on.
Yeah. Are you really dancing right now?
We're doing a Khali dance.
Are you really?
This is Khali dance. He just moves his arms frantically in the air.
Marcus is gonna tweet about trees again.
Do it.
Marcus G. Anyway, I'm gonna go with. I can't believe I'm saying this. Curtis Axel.
You are doing it. You're picking it over Harper and Bryan.
I know.
Look at you.
What's happening
right now? You have turned over a new leaf tonight. You have become a Curtis Axel fan tonight.
Oh, no.
You're an Axeman.
No.
We're going to call his fans the Axemen.
The Axemen. Is that what you just said?
Sure.
I'll take it back then. I'll pick the Divas match.
Actually, that was a very good Divas match, too.
Yeah.
That was very good.
All
right, well, that wraps up SmackDown for this week.
I said that.
You said it. It is on the air. It is in the record books. You cannot take it back.
No, I did. The Divas.
It's set in stone.
Oh,
it's set in stone.
Yeah.
What will your Roman army say? What will they say to you?
I'm sorry, Army. I failed you.
Well, how can they try to accept your apology on Twitter?
They can reach out to me at Rome the Ruler because I rule the Roman army. And they can find me at the Empire of Rome with underscores between the words Empire of Rome on Instagram. Yep. And they seem to find me on Facebook right after that, too. So, whatever.
All right. Well, you can find me on Twitter at CRosieVOC. If you're in the Hollywood area, I'll be performing at the iOS Improv Olympic this Sunday night.
Making people laugh?
I'm going to try to make people laugh.
All right.
And then next Saturday, I'm going to be calling some action at Alpha Omega Wrestling in Indio, California. For more information on either of those shows, hit me up on Twitter. Thanks so much for tuning in. For Mr. Rome Moore, I'm Christian Rosenberg. We will see you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you later. Find us at Morongo.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.